Hi, welcome to my AP Macroeconomics Last Minute video. I am a high school student who has got a 5 in AP Macro exam, and I am currently making more videos to cover major topics of the AP Macro curriculum. Today, we will talk about the aggregate supply aggregate demand model. Aggregate supply, AS, is the supply of all goods and services by all producers in the economy, while aggregate demand, AD, is the demand of all goods and services by everyone, including all households, businesses, governments, and foreigners in the economy, which is also equal to the real GDP. So the ASAD model is just like a bigger supply and demand graph. It just covers every supplier and every buyer in the economy. There's two types of aggregate supply: long-run aggregate supply and short-run aggregate supply. The long-run aggregate supply is vertical because the amount supplied in the long run is not affected by the prices of final goods and services in the economy, ceteris paribus. And there are two shifters to shift a long-run aggregate supply: a change in the amount of resources in the economy and the changes in production technology. Short-run aggregate supply has an upward sloping because suppliers have incentive to bring more to the market if the price level rises because they can get more for the finished products, while wages remain the same, which is unchanged. Short-run aggregate supply has four shifters: a change in the amount of resources in the economy, changes in production technology, changes in expected future prices, and changes in the prices of land, labor, and capital. For AD, there's only one aggregate demand curve. It is downward sloping because of the foreign purchases effect and wealth effect. Foreign purchases effect is that foreigners demand less when domestic prices rise because their income haven't risen yet. And domestic customers prefer more imports because domestic prices are up. While wealth effect occurs when financial wealth is eroded when prices rise. This causes consumers to save more and spend less. There are 6 shifters for AD: changes in consumer confidence, taxes, business confidence, money supply, foreign demand due to preferences of income, and government spending. Um, Here's the equilibrium, and this is where real GDP is, and the equilibrium price level is. Recessionary gap occurs when the actual GDP, where it's at the equilibrium, is under the potential GDP at the long run aggregate supply. This is the actual GDP, and this is the potential GDP. So we can see a recessionary gap. Well, inflationary gap occurs when the actual GDP at the equilibrium is over the potential GDP at the long run aggregate supply. So the actual GDP is over the potential GDP right here. And we have an inflationary gap. The economy will adjust itself and shift the equilibrium GDP to the place that it should be in the long run. We don't know how long it takes, but it will. When aggregate demand is shifted to the left, short-run aggregate supply must shift to the right to bring the real GDP back to long-run aggregate supply. Where is the full potential real GDP is? When the aggregate demand is shifted to the right, like here, oops. Sorry, sorry, I think I should use this graph. So when the aggregate demand is shifted to the right, the short-run aggregate supply must shift to the left, like this. Sorry. Like this. The short-run aggregate supply must shift to the left to bring the real GDP back to the long-run aggregate supply. Here, where the full potential real GDP is. We don't have much to care about the price level is increase or decrease or not. Because this is inflation. In the long run, we don't care about it. No matter how much the price level is, the total amount of goods produced, that is the real GDP, is always the same in the long run. Economic growth occurs when long-run aggregate supply shifts to the right, like here. And the full potential GDP will increase from here to here. As the long-run aggregate supply shifts rightwards, short-run aggregate supply will shift rightwards as well. This is the short-run aggregate supply, the original one, and this is the new short-run aggregate supply. Well, we can shift both short-run aggregate supply and long-run aggregate supply simultaneously. Is the long-run aggregate supply shifters, technology, human capital, and resource growth. Remember when economic growth occurs, the PPF shifts outwards as well. Well, this is the end of today's video. I'll talk about fiscal policy in the next video. Thank you very much.